The big Saturday night. Showers, clean clothes, shared food. But things end up silly, debauched, disgusting and lewd. This is the night to remember that everyone will forget. So after food came drinking games. Not of skill, but of chance. Skill was for the lucky few who would make it to the dance floor. And there were word games and card games, not hard games, though they became harder games farther into their night of shame. And the aim of every game was the same, to inhale as much ale as one could. And that's not what they said, but they should. Because they all should have kept some, no, they all should have tried some honesty that night, and they all should have kept some modesty that night to remember that everyone would forget. The good booze was gone after those first games, but by now their thirsts were inflamed, so onto the weird stuff that was bought for laughs, but usually ends in tears. And luckily the first taxi was due in 10 minutes and they all wanted to be in it. So by lining up shots from left to right and drinking fast enough, they might not taste the corrosive novelty booze, which tasted like it was paraffin infused and aggressively brewed in the shoes of a professional dog walker. But I digress. By now they're a mess. The night is becoming a blur. She loves him and him, but fucking hates her, and they all want sex or a fight or a shot, and they'll get all three on this night they forgot. No one is sick in the taxi, which counts as a win. But at the first bar, two aren't let in. One's forgotten his shoes in his haste to leave, and the other's bent double, preparing to heave. That's two thrown back in the back of the cab to cries of, "You're fucking buried to clean that." This is the night to remember. That everyone would forget. So the rest hide their feelings of loss underneath empty tequila shots, and they stand invigorated on their way to getting annihilated. And so begin the drinks that end in bomb. And like their explosive namesakes, these drinks decimate our heroes. First, there's the girl who decides that now is the time to ride the shoulders of one of the lads. But she forgets to warn him before she tries to mount him, and she takes him out in the centre of a fountain of spilled drinks. Two men caught in the beer storm blame the poor lad and try to perform violence against him, but a wall of meat with an earpiece intercedes and leads the four from the club for making a mess while being one. This is the night to remember, that everyone would forget, and that leaves us with three. Two hers, one he. All free spirits, full of joy and spirits. And they neck drinks and dance like they're on the deck of a ship in a storm. It's all uneven camber and flailing forms, but soon they're finding each other and grinding together and winding their stresses in each other's jeans and dresses. Then it's stumbling into a taxi and fumbling with zips and tearing seams, and he thinks this is the answer to his dreams. But one girl is into biting, and the other likes lighting candles and dripping wax onto riding sweaty backs. And he'll wake up alone, bruised, bleeding and burnt, feeling like he was attacked in a church. And the girls will fare no better the morning after. They'll wonder why they remember jiggling and laughter. And that was the night to remember that everyone did forget. Thank you.